Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a night where, yes, you are reading the calendar correctly. It's not Sunday night, because it is time for Saturday night's main event. We're here in Dallas, Texas, where the belts are back on the line. With so many tiny moments throughout the year leading up to today, I would be shocked if we didn't have a big-time moment under the lights. Tonight, A2 looks to reclaim her belt from the Flamebringer and re-establish herself as a top contender of the Wingcrest Women's Universal Division. But after Monday's shock loss to Kaine after a missed rope break, I'm sure that Morag will have more to say to the android rather than just rolling over and letting her hit the 3 count. Meanwhile, Leon Kuwata tries to end 9S's seemingly unstoppable momentum and title reign both at the same time. Aigis looks to get her payback against Tenko after losing the belt to her just a month ago at Summer SmackDown. Raiden and Dunban will duke it out whilst locked inside the steel cage for the Men's Universal Championship of Wingcrest, and Fiora will have to defend the belt almost immediately after winning it last week in her match against the Plague Doctor. And we have a triple threat match in the Jayromada Men's Cruiserweight division as Gundham Tanaka looks to get its hands back on championship gold. Akihiko has a chance to claim 2 belts in one night, and Shinjiro looks to establish himself as a perennial presence in the division. So sit back and get ready for a radical night of matches, because it's not Sunday night, it's Saturday night's main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Mixed NXT Championship.
And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first. She is the challenger. It is Naoto Shirogane. And this should be an interesting start to the night. Curious to see what Naoto has in store for our champion. Because surely she's coming with a plan, right? And her opponent. She is your women's Nexus Champion. Representing Seas. Mitsuru Kirijo. And with the Nexus belts back on the line, it's always a tenuous, is that the word I'm looking for? Anxiety-inducing situation. Actually, what does tenuous mean? No, not really tenuous, no.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, the Prince Naoto Shirogane. And her opponent from Japan, the Women's
And here we go, Mitsuru handing the belt over to the referee. Showing it to Naoto. And the world. And here we go, both of them ready. Nexus belt back on the line, and here we go. Refereeing the belt, they meet in the middle and immediately lock each other up, collar and elbow, trying to gain dominant position. Now, if you guys are new to the this format, the Nexus Championship belt, it's been a long running staple of this promotion ever since its inception. The rules are pretty simple. Always a one-on-one, no managers, normal match. As Naoto goes for the cover, there's one, Mitsuru kicks out. Always one-on-one, no managers, and it's always inter brand battle. So right now, Mitsuru is representing Wingcrest versus Naoto representing Eclipse. And we always rotate, which shows are, being represented. Always alternate between the two challenging shows. Of course, the champion show always gets representation, whichever that one may be. And the biggest rule of them all, should I say the one rule to rule them all, whoever loses this match tonight, or rather, whoever does not come home with the belt tonight, because Mitsuru could absolutely win by countout or disqualification, which is always an option, though Mitsuru, no, she is not going to do that unless absolutely necessary. But basically, whoever loses this match cannot try again for the remainder of the season, which is a stipulation that grows weaker as the year continues. So if you were to lose, let's say in February, then yes, you are losing 10 or so months of potential retries. Versus if you lose it in November, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. And then of course, come December, it literally does not matter, but yes. If Mitsuru were to lose this match, she cannot try again for the belt. She cannot try to reclaim the belt until next year. Likewise, if Naoto loses, she cannot try again until next year. And now Naoto rolling up Mitsuru in a guillotine headlock, but Mitsuru escaping. And the reason why we have the no managers rule is due to a certain Skeleton Legion from a couple years ago. So yeah, that was a very controversial match that brought about that rule change. And now Naoto, neckbreaker, going for the cover. Only going to be 2. And Naoto with an arm breaker, kicking Mitsuru in the spine. And now rolling around wandering around rather, looking for somewhere to go. And now just cranking on the neck. Stomp to the upper arm. Naoto rolling Mitsuru around, stomp. And the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Mitsuru kicks out. And this year we've had a bit of a curse where the winners can only hold on to the belts for 2 months. This is Mitsuru's second. So the writing may be on the wall. Naoto middle rope. Diving axe handle, but barely missing. And now look for the super kick. Mitsuru Stepping out of the way now, sending Naoto for an Irish whip. There's a spear. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Naoto kicks out. But Mitsuru shifting the momentum heavily into her favor, but now fisticuffs flying in the middle of the ring, and Naoto just working Mitsuru from one side of ringside to the other, or from one side of the ring rather to the other. Enziguri ends that early. Nice little alliteration there. And now Naoto, what is she looking for here? Kick to the spine. She could have gone for a finish or for a pin, deciding not to. And now, rolling up Mitsuru, and how was that a rope break? That did not look like a rope break to me, but over the top rope, heading to the outside, we do need to be careful. Naoto back into the ring, just staring down Mitsuru. Both women taking a little bit of a breather here, which I don't blame them. And now Naoto catching Mitsuru, pedigree, and the cover, but another rope break. And now Naoto moonsault, nowhere near the ropes this time. But instead heading to the corner, heading up top. Diving frog splash, but Mitsuru gets out of the way. And now locking in the figure 4. Nay, the figure 8. And releasing the hold. Because, of course. Now will Naoto's inability to keep Mitsuru away from the ropes, will that be her downfall? There's 2. Naoto kicks out. But a stomp to the wrist. Mitsuru fully on the advantage, on the offense. Stomp leg puller. Can Mitsuru be the first person this year to hold on to the belt for 3 months? Mitsuru to the outside, heading up top. Is Naoto too close? Is she too close to the corner? No, Mitsuru. Crossbody, wanting Naoto as close to her as possible to not lose all the momentum, or all that energy due to air resistance. And now Naoto on the offense, heading back inside the ring. And now I genuinely don't know who has the upper hand here. Naoto back to the outside, trying to get Mitsuru back inside the ring. No, into the barricade, into the LED screen. Outside finisher, now into the steel steps. Naoto, you need to be careful. I understand what you're doing. Just need to be careful. We've had quite a few of these matches head to the outside, not head back in. And we have been robbed of many, well, I wouldn't say many, but several finishes. And Naoto playing with fire. Ironic, since Mitsuru is an ice-type persona user. There's a Mitsuru staying along the outside. Naoto, she's staring down. If she wants any chance, she has to head to the outside, but no. Naoto, what was that? I don't know if she realized or understood the rules. So yes, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, that is a win by countout, but it does not give Naoto the belt, which means that Mitsuru will technically hold on to the belt she will still be your Nexus champion despite losing. We have seen this before. This is not the first time. We have seen this before. It was Dunban versus... I want to say Raiden? I want to say it was Dunban versus Raiden. I think it was last year. It had to be last year. Because if it was Raiden, it had to be last year. But yeah, pretty sure, I think it was Dunban versus Raiden last year. Where Dunban, yes, he did win the match but it was via countout. Which means that Raiden held onto the belt. Naoto, I don't know what happened there. But Mitsuru.
Here is your winner, the Prince, Naoto Shirogane.
Mitsuru, I don't know if she just played it smart or got lucky or what, but that is not how you want to win those.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the men's mixed NXT Championship.
And for our second Nexus Championship matchup, introducing first, representing Ouroboros, it is Lanz. Now, Lanz just kind of been there as of this year. Picking up a few wins here and there, but yeah. But of course, that is in the Universal Division, so let's see what he can do against a Cruiserweight. Last time he went against a Cruiserweight, that was against Nier, and he lost in spectacular fashion, so... Hopefully for him, that history does not repeat itself. Although knowing Xenoblade 3, that's unlikely. And his opponent is your men's Nexus champion, looking to reclaim the belt tonight, or hold on to the belt rather tonight, to keep his hopes of becoming a double champion alive. Representing Seas, it is Akihiko Sanada.
Introducing the challenger from Stillwater, weighing in at 173 pounds, Lanz. And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 173 pounds, the men's mixed NXT champion, Akihiko Sanada.
And here we go. Belt back on the line. And Lanz. Akihiko. Both men ready, and here we go. Ref rings the bell, they meet in the middle, and Akihiko immediately beginning with a left hand. The left cross, and now locking each other up, collar and elbow, walking Lanz back into his corner. Referee having to separate them. Eventually does. And now walking up again. This time Lanz pushing Akihiko back into his corner. Again. Referee causing separation, but Lanz turning Aki around. Strike to the chest. Headlock, but Akihiko punching his way out. Up, over, but lands with the reversal of his own. Now picking up Aki over the shoulders. Akihiko elbowing out. Very back and forth right now. Lands with the reversal. Akihiko the dodge. And now flying clothesline. Very defensive bout so far. Akihiko nearly tripping over Lanz, but connecting with that moonsault. And the Kavesi slow to his feet, locking up again. Who will be the one to take charge this time? Akihiko. And again, separation. But not for long. Up. Over the shoulders, delayed. Suplex just really showing off right now. Showing off his strength. That fractured arm, no, it's completely healed. I mean, it's been healed for a couple of months, but like, yeah. Flying crossbody into the cover. There's 1. 2, Lanz kicks out. And a kick to the spine, Akihiko finding a rhythm. There's a moonsault, but of course, as soon as I say that, Lanz getting the knees up. Irish whip. And Akihiko, another reversal. Really playing the strategy of, you can't really lose if you don't get hit. Which, you know what? Fair enough. Back into the ring. Cover. There's 1, 2. Lanz kicks out. But a bit of a lull in the match right now. Akihiko forcing Lanz back into his feet. The bop, the bang, the boxer combo into the cover. There's 1, 2. Lanz pops the shoulder. But completely on the back foot. Aki moonsault. Middle rope, looking for the axe handle, but Lanz catching that. But Akihiko turning that around yet again. Putting up a defensive masterclass. Seated position. Drop kick, but Lanz rolling out of the way. Akihiko landing awkwardly on his coccyx. And now knee to the stomach. But Lanz, he has a lot of road to make up. Akihiko crawling to the corner, but Lanz lining up. Really lining himself up. Clothesline, catching Akihiko while he was turning. Catching him off guard. And now Lanz on the offense. The choke, the slaps to the chest, staring him down. And now heading up top. Will Akihiko land another reversal? Not if Lanz just completely whiffs. Irish whip, back body drop. And now a bit of a boxing match in the ring. Knife edge. And again, Lanz up against the ropes. But telling Akihiko to bring it on. And again, Lanz, what are you doing? And now in the pocket. Neither man really coming on top, and now Lanz just taking Aki down. Random cover, that's only going to be one, but now Akihiko turning that around into a cover. There's one, there's two. Lanz now. One. Aki. One. And the fact that we didn't have a 3 count there, I am shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Okay, maybe not that shocked. Akihiko, the bop, the bang, the uppercut, the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Akihiko, like, how much of that win was due to him just not getting hit? Just avoiding all those, hits. But Akihiko still the champion, and neither Nexus belt changing hands tonight. Now I'm kind of hoping that that isn't, going to be the story of the entire night, but you never know.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Grand Prix Men's Cruiserweight Championship.
And for our next championship matchup of the evening, come to play. He is your former men's Cruiserweight champion. This one should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty good. Introducing first, Leon Kuwata. And his opponent, still your men's Cruiserweight champion. Obviously, we haven't had the match yet, but man, what a past couple of months this man has had. He is your men's Cruiserweight champion, 9S. Man, his match against Rex on Wednesday, if you missed it, go ahead and watch that. That was incredible. If you can pull that off again tonight, we are in for a banger.
Introducing the challenger from Niigata, Japan, weighing in at 148 pounds, Leon Kuwata. And his opponent from the Machine Age, weighing in at 215 pounds. The Grand Prix Men's Cruiserweight Champion, Lanz.
Here we go, Nines handing the belt to the referee. Showing it to the Leon. And well, you already know. Here we go, both men ready. Warming themselves up. And here we go. Ref rings the bell in the middle. Leon immediately beginning with a spinning elbow. 9S up to his feet. Kick underneath the jaw, now stomping down on Leon. No preamble here, no nothing, just straight to violence. And I still genuinely don't understand what caused 9S to hate Leon. Because if you remember, towards like the beginning of the year, that was like one of the most one-sided rivalries I've ever seen. 9S just having out for Leon, Leon having absolutely no idea what he even did. Wonder if there's shades of that here tonight. Anyway, Leon sending 9S for a run, diving underneath, jumping over the top. And a trip knee to the knee diving elbow. Corner alley powerbomb into the cover. Only going to be one. And now 9S rolling Leon around. High ankle hold. And now just locking in the ankle. That's going to be a rope break. And now middle rope. Diving leg drop, but not quite landing that. But nonetheless, 9S just rolling Leon onto his back over the cover. There's only going to be one. But keeping the pressure mounting. Keeping the pressure high. There's an arm breaker. Right hand, and now Leon in turn. There's a knife edge chop, and now walking 9S towards the eastern ropes. Along the outside now. Diving double leg drop kick. And now Leon up top. Falling fist. And the cover, there's two. 9S just rolls them off. Leon in the corner, just recovering. There's an arm breaker. Now Leon again in the corner. Is he looking for a fastball punch? I don't know, but 9S stepping out of the way. Back elbow. And the clotheslines, the kick to the chin. And now 9S heading to the corner, heading up top. Crossbody, but nobody's home. Irish whip, but way too early on the sweep of the leg, and now Leon turning 9S around. Sleeper hold DDT. Heading to the outside, 9S rolling out of the way. Making Leon look like a fool, and now ankle hold locked in. Leon immediately fighting out. And I mean immediately. As soon as that was locked in, he was picking the lock. Looking for the suplex, but 9S throwing him off. Kneeling DDT. And now the cover. Only gonna be one. We have a ways to go. Or do we? 9S. Koji clutch. Locking in. Pulling back. And forcing a tap out. Am I wrong? Did he also force Rex to tap out on Wednesday? I don't remember. But man, who can stop Nines? He's just in a completely different gear right now. I have no idea what brought this upon, but personally, I'm here for it.
Here is your winner, and still the Grand Prix Men's Cruiserweight Champion, Lanz.
Seriously, where has this been?
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Women's Impact Cruiserweight Championship.
And next, introducing first, losing the belt last month, looking to get it back here tonight. Representing C's, it is Aigis. And her opponent, she is your Women's Cruiserweight Champion. After forcing a tap out just 1 month ago, not even a month, it's been less than a month. At least I'm pretty sure. She is the ultimate Aikido master, and looking to continue the pattern of champions holding onto their belts tonight. It is Tenko Chabashira.
Introducing the challenger from Kamakura, Kanagawa, Japan, Alice. And her opponent from Niigata, Japan, the Women's Impact Cruiserweight Champion,
Here go Tenko handing her belt to the referee. Let's see if she can win it back, or if Aigis will take it back. Both women ready? And here we go. Falls count anywhere, and Aigis immediately just taking Tenko down. And a moonsault connects. Into the immediate cover, only going to be one. But Aigis, she seems to be here to play, or not to play, but to just do whatever it takes. She's not the Miz. Stomping down in the hand. And now jumping to the outside. Trying to get the crowd on her side. And jumping over Tenko after she tried to spear her off the apron, but, well, I mean, landing inside the ring, although... Land inside the ring or ringside? I'd rather, land, inside the ropes. Personally speaking. And a guillotine DDT. Aigis diving axe handle drop. And now to the outside, looking underneath the ring. Kendo stick. Of course it's a kendo stick. They love their kendo sticks. Tenko forcing Aigis to drop it. And a stomp to the ankle. And now the cover. Long 1 count. Picking Aigis back up, but Aigis with a jawbreaker. And a drop kick. Standing corkscrew moonsault into the cover. There's 1, 2. Tenko kicks out. But a 2 count this early is unusual. It's a bit concerning. Aigis up top, turning around, moonsault, but nobody's home. And now, I think that's the bow and arrow. Actually, I genuinely don't really know my submission holds. I'm sorry. Aigis gets out and now turning that into a head scissor hurricane rana into the cover. There's 1. There's 2. Still no. Aigis just throwing the kendo stick at Tenko. Taking a weird route there, though. Potentially because it's broken. And now Tenko. Suplex. Head into the outside. Looking underneath the ring. Sledgehammer. And now just Tenko just throwing it into Aigis' stomach. And the cover, there's 2, Aigis barely avoids. And Tenko again going for the cover. Aigis again kicking out at 2. And now arm breaker. And the momentum dramatically shifting from earlier in the match. Aigis ripping the sledgehammer away from Tenko, but just refusing, or failing rather, to use it. There's a release suplex. There's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And the champions are 4-0 tonight. If it's going to be a championship sweep, then, or champion sweep, then... Oh. But, Aigis, girl, what was that? Starting off strong and then just completely letting off the gas. Nay, I would say putting the car into neutral and throwing on the handbrake.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Tenko Chabashira. The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the Grand Prix Men's Universal Championship.
And for our next matchup, introducing first, he is a cyborg ninja, Raiden. Will he be the one to finally, take a belt away from a champion tonight? Maybe. Maybe. And his opponent. He is your men's Universal Champion. The hero of the Homs. The Beast. Dunban. And man, his cape is extra shiny tonight.
Introducing the challenger From the other side of darkness, weighing in at 175 pounds, Raiden! And his opponent from Camelot, weighing in at 185 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Universal Champion, the Beast, Dunban!
And here we go. Dunban handing the belt back to the referee. You know the gist by now. Showing Raiden, showing everyone else. And here we go, steel cage closing around these two. Now, if my sheet is to be believed, escape is, well, there's no escape. Just pin attempt, it just, pin or submission. That's not even a 1 count. Referee, I have no idea what he's watching. Head scissor hurricanrana and an arm breaker. And Raiden the ground and pound. Going for the cover. There's one. And Raiden sweeping the leg. Forcing Dunban back up to his feet. Right hands. And an elbow into the Pele kick. And picking up Dunban into his seated position. Working on the neck. And now stomping down, but Dunban back into his feet. Raiden with the enziguri. And now headed to the corner. And jumping down. Middle rope. DDT. And again, Raiden heading to the corner. Moonsault connects. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to quickly do something. But anyway, Raiden taking up Dunban. Up, over, and the rules of nature. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Raiden just working the legs. Enziguri. Top rope moonsault to the spine. Now Raiden in one corner, Dunban in the other. Raiden launching himself, looking for the crossbody, but Dunban stepping out of the way. Sliding European uppercut into the stomps to the chest. And a cloverleaf hold. Raiden immediately turning that around into a drop kick to the chest. Both men jumping at each other, but only Raiden coming out on top. Another Pele kick. And now middle rope. Head scissor toss. Over the shoulders. Facebuster. And for the title change, there's 1, 2, 3. Well, the champions aren't going to be perfect tonight, and, well, Dunban, that was just disappointing. Raiden making that look easy.
Here is your winner in the new Grand Prix Men's Universal Champion, Raiden!
And your newest Men's Universal Champion, Raiden. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Senna and Mio, representing Ouroboros, the Silverflame. And their opponents, they are your women's tag team champions, the Mech Femmes.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Impact Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, May and Sarah, the Midnight Express. And their opponents, the Women's Impact Tag Team
And here we go, Mio. Charlotte, the first in the ring. And here we go. The Silverflame looking to repeat what they managed to do on Monday. The Femmes looking to avoid that. Early submission attempt, but now Mio fighting out into a pin attempt that's going to go nowhere. And Charlotte with a hip toss. And now Charlotte tagging in Tifa, immediately looking for a tag team attack, setting up Mio on top. And now Tifa with a armbar. Mio fighting out. And now tossing Tifa into the corner. Looking to tag in Senna, but Tifa with an elbow. Mio stomping down on Tifa. But Tifa with the reversal. And a reverse DDT. Tagging Charlotte back in. Mio making her way to the corner, taking in Senna. Senna walking the tightrope. Drop kick. Charlotte the cover, only going to be one. And Charlotte tagging Tifa back in, and well, this is looking very, very different than Monday. Irish whip. Belly to belly slam. And the cover only going to be 2. Tifa picking Senna back up to her feet, spinning back fist. And the drop kick. Senna. Now it's her turn to crawl her way to the corner, and Tifa just letting her. And now Mio, double leg drop kick, trying to get her team back into this match, although that's a very tall order. Especially with Tifa with the reversal. Middle rope, but Mio getting out of the way. Tifa the reversal right back. Toss to the corner. Tagging in Charla, another tag team attack. Again, setting up Mio on the top rope. Scrub in the face against the mat. Elbow drop between the shoulders. But Mio fighting out. Knee to the chest, clothesline. And forcing Charla back up to her feet. Charla with the offense. And walking Mio to the northeast. Suplex into the corner. And the cover only going to be 1. Senna just looking to get some offense in because why not? And now Mio with a neck break. And Charlotte tagging in Tifa. Just catching Mio with a flurry of kicks. Diving axe handle drop. And now sleeper hold. Looking to put this one away via tap out. And no. Mio to the outside. Tifa joining her. And now tossing Tifa into the corner. Mio back into the ring. Going after Charlotte, but allowing Tifa back in. Charlotte stomping, or Tifa stomping down the hand. Mio somehow fighting out of that. Another knee to the chest, another clothesline, but yeah, I just really don't see a way for Silverflame to come back from this. Mio tags Senna back in. And now Tifa, bridging suplex. And now a standing fisherman's submission that Senna immediately fights out of. Senna backing away. And now a recoil. Cloverleaf. Forcing Charlotte to break it up. And okay, Charlotte, that was just uncalled for. Tifa back into the ring. Senna catching her with a clothesline, but there's a tag out. Senna throwing Charlotte down. Charlotte back up to her feet, grabbing Senna from behind. But Senna elbowing herself out. And now setting up Charlotte on the northern ropes, using the bottom rope as a guillotine. And tagging Mio back in. Mio with an elbow drop. Lining up a finish. But Charlotte finding the escape. Now Irish whip, drop kick. And tagging Tifa back in. Walking Mio to the north. Irish whip. Spinning back heel kick. Into the cover, only going to be one. Senna breaks it up. Charlotte back in. And now looking to disarm Mio. Locked in tight, and that's going to be a tap out. And man, what is it gonna take to take the belts away from these two? Seriously.
Here are your winners, and still the Women's Impact Tag Team Champions, Sandra and Tia, the Lockhart, the Grinders.
They just have, you know, that it factor when it comes to championship matches. I really don't understand. Like, at this point, what do you do? How do you defeat them? Can you? I really don't know. And for our next tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Joker and Skull, the Phantom Thieves of Heart. Managing to come out on top on Wednesday, but as we saw last match, that doesn't mean anything. And their opponents, they are your men's tag team champions, Shulk and Rhine, the Vision Warriors.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the Grand Prix Men's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 301 pounds. Ray and the Phantom Kirk, the Heart Foundation. And their opponents at a combined weight of 397 pounds. The Grand Prix Men's Tag Team Champions, and Ryan, the Blade Runners.
And here we go, handing the belts back over to the ref. And let's see if they can get them back at the end of this match. Skull, Shulk, first in the ring. And here we go. Ref rings bell, and they meet in the middle, with Ryuji immediately beginning with a kick to the chest. Trapping the arm, stomping down on the hand. And turning Shulk around. Rolling him around again. And a leg DDT. And now just smashing the knee into the canvas, forcing Shulk back up to his feet. And Shulk with a reversal. Irish whip to the corner. And Shulk tagging Ryuji back into the ring. Or, tagging Ryan in. What the hell was that? Taking Ryuji down, diving crossbody to the leg. No idea what I was going on about. And what is Shulk doing? I don't know. And now Ryuji just stomping down on the hand. Forcing Ryan back up to his feet. And an Irish whip to the corner. Tagging in Joker for an all-out attack. And now Joker going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Ryan kicks out. Nice little bit of a combo. And tagging in Ryuji. Ryuji working on the neck. And now heading up top. Diving elbow drop, but nobody's home. Ryan rolls out of the way. Ryan tagging out. Shulk back in. And a spine breaker. Shulk heading up top. Diving knee to the knee. And Shulk just working on Ryan. Irish whip nearly into the referee. And now Ryuji back on the offense. Suplex in the corner. Going for the cover, only going to be one. Now Ryuji forcing Shulk back up to his feet. Russian leg sweep. And taking Joker in. Joker to the moonsault connecting. And the cover, there's one. Shulk kicking out. Ryan also breaking it up. And a super kick from Joker. Picking Shulk back up to his into a seated position. Next snap. And now Joker tagging Ryuji back in. And now Ryuji. Submission maneuver that Shulk immediately fights out of.
That's a good tag.
And a chain attack. Ryan tossing Ryuji back into the corner. Another chain attack here. But Ryuji bouncing back quickly. Drop kick. And taking in Joker. Cover. And now Joker walking Shulk to the Western ropes. And the UFO. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and the belts will be changing hands. Now, did the Phantom Thieves steal that one? Maybe. But, well... the men's tag team division is under new management for now.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Women's Hybrid Universal Championship.
And for our next matchup, introducing first, in this first 2 out of 3 falls match, it is Maki Harukawa. And her opponent, I should say. She is your women's Universal Champion, your 2-time Miss Money in the Bank. Basically, if there's an accolade that she can get, she has it. Except double champion. She's still working on that. It is Miu Iruma.
Introducing the challenger from Oita, Japan, the assassin, Maki Harukawa. And her opponent from Oita, Japan, the Women's Hybrid Universal Champion, the Engineer, Beautiful May Iron.
And here we go. First 2 out of 3. Here we go. Ref rings the bell. And they meet in the middle, lock each other up. Collar and elbow. And Maki walking Miu back to the corner. Referee having to separate them. Maki with a strong right hand. Foot to the throat. But Miu pushing that away, pushing Maki down. And Maki with a reversal. Miu back up to her feet. Maki catching her with a swinging neck breaker. Maki the ground and pound. And tossing Miu aside with that reversal, but Miu slipping out to the to ringside. Maki up top. And a diving axe handle. But Miu with a kick out. Maki pushing that away. Over the shoulder. Bouncing Miu off the top of the barricade. And now Maki. The repeated headbutts. Yeah, I don't think I need to tell you that these two really do not like each other. Up over neck breaker. Referee letting them stay along the outside for a while. That was only a 5 count. Should have been a bit longer than that, in my opinion. And Maki, the ground and pound. And stomping down in the chest. And now Maki, top rope. Lining up, crossbody. Into the cover, there's one. Miu kicks out. And kicking Maki off of her. Turning her around. Now I think it's Miu's turn for the offense. Clothesline, and again, and a third time, and now Miu. I know I've heard it backstage that she's just a Money in the Bank merchant. She can't actually win these, championship matches. She can't actually, do whatever without her, Money in the Bank, and that she can cash in whenever and just whatever, but I think we've seen in the past that that is not entirely true. And now, the triple X-Plex. Going for the cover to go up 1-0. 2. Maki kicks out, still scoreless. Drop kick. Miu up top, getting Maki back up to her feet. And a diving crossbody. Turning Maki around, and now headlock. Are we going to see a submission for the first fall? No, we're going to see Maki fight out. Toss, Superman punch by Miu, seeing that coming, stepping all the way. Leg drop, and are we seeing a second triple X-Plex? Yes, Miu not coming to play. She is here to make a statement. That is 3. She just needs to do that once more And Maki on the back foot. She needs to 2-0 now. And believe it or not, the first 2 out of 3 falls, that was Miu's idea. That wasn't Maki, no, that was Miu. Originally, this was going to be a submission match, but no, she changed her mind. Telling us that she wanted to put Maki away twice. Honestly, I think Maki has the same idea. Power trip right into the referee. And an uppercut catching the ref in the chin. And now Miu kicked the spine. Thank you, cameraman. Very cool. Crossbody. And double leg drop kick. Maki to the outside. Miu joining her. Maki kicking her off. Forcing Miu back up to her feet. Miu with a jawbreaker. Honestly, we can keep it along the outside and Miu would come away victorious. She just needs to not lose. Remember, she's the champion. She just needs to not lose. And I think she knows that for damn certain. Keeping Maki along the outside as long as she can. And now Maki, submission attempt, but Miu fighting out. Leg drop, forcing Harukawa back up to her feet. Triple X-Plex along the outside. There's 7, and Miu just retreating back to the ring. The absolute disrespect. But heading to the outside, we are not done yet. There's a time where intelligence turns to vitriol. We just saw it here. Does she want to do it in person? Yes, she does. Miu motherfucking Iruma putting on one hell of a statement here tonight. Lover, hater, she's legit.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's Hybrid Universal Champion, the Engineer, beautiful May Iron. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Hybrid Cruiserweight Championship.
And next, introducing first, she's the Plague Doctor from Monterrey, Mexico, Lexibor. Flying a bit under the radar as of late, especially with Sophia and Fiora in her division, but yeah. She's still here. She can absolutely still make a statement. Let's see if she does just that. And her opponent, she is your women's Cruiserweight champion, Fiora. Recently becoming champion, and, well, she has to defend the belt nearly immediately. Which is how things be sometimes.
Introducing the challenger from Mexico City, Lexibor. And her opponent from Babylon, the Women's Hybrid Cruiserweight Champion,
And here we go. Ref rings a bell in the middle. And immediately a drive-by kick into a tightrope double leg drop kick from Lexi. Grabbing the wrist, stomping down on the back of the head. Trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. Head scissor elbows. And a diving elbow drop. Stomp to the wrist, stomp to the upper arm, and immediately going for a pin. And Fiora kicks out at 0. And here we go, Irish whip. Knee drop, or a hip drop, or whatever, into a kick to the chest. And Fiora just completely on the back foot right now. spinning back, or a roundhouse kick, rather, from Lexi. But Fiora kicking herself out. Taking Lexi down. Drop kick. And up. Over the shoulders. And bouncing Lexi off the top rope. Senton. Oh god, excuse me. Just had a hiccup. Anyway, there's a kick to the chest. And now Fiora. Elbow drop. Head scissor. Lexi immediately gets out. Or a head triangle. And now Fiora, Lexi looking for the ankle hold, but that's going to be a rope break. Up. Over. Powerbomb. Dead center middle of the ring. And the cover. Only going to be one. Snap elbow. And another elbow drop. And a kip up for good measure. And a spinning back heel kick. Into the cover. 1, 2. Fiora kicks out. But man, we legitimately might see the belt change hands here tonight because Fiora, something's going on. And that something is catching that kick, surviving a finisher. But Lexi immediately elbowing out. Elbowing out the grapple. Doubling drop kick. And now the cover. There's 1, 2. Fiora still kicking out. Fiora back on the offense, turning Lexi around. Pulling back. Lexi immediately getting out. Another Irish whip. Over the knee. Kick to the chest. And just scrambling for the cover. There's 1, 2. Still Fiora kicks out. Hurricane Rana. And like all the momentum's in Lexi's favor right now. Every single drop. And a tornado kick. Cover. Could be a rope break potentially. But instead, the belt's going to be changing hands. And the crowd is shocked. 8 days as champion. No longer. Man, what an upset. What an upset, seriously.
here is your winner, in the new Women's Hybrid Cruiserweight Champion, Lexibor.
Like I said, flying under the radar, but no longer. Now, she's your women's cruiserweight champion, and I genuinely did not have this on my bingo card for this, for tonight. And for our third tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, they are your challengers. When you hear those horns, you know what time it is. It is time for the Big Bang Theory. And if you don't know what those horns are for, well, now you do. And their opponents. They are your men's tag team champions. It is time for the 25th hour of the day, the Dark Hour.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's Hybrid Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 292 pounds, Jayromada and Mutuda Air Boom. And their opponents at a combined weight of 274 pounds, the Men's Hybrid Tag Team Champions, Junior and Mach. Oh,
And here we go, belts on the line. Let's see if the Big Bang Theory can do what they did last night. Shuichi. Junpei first in the ring. And here we go. Ref rings the bell. And Shuichi immediately catching Junpei. And now throwing him face first into the canvas. Left hand, right. Or right hand, left, whatever. And immediately tagging in Kaito. Running big boot. Elbow to the spine. And Kaito to the outside. To the apron. Getting Junpei back up to his feet. And look for the crossbody with Junpei stepping out of the way. And now tagging in Makoto. Irish whip. Single arm slam. And tagging Junpei back in immediately. There's one. Only going to be one. And now Junpei, the rolling thunder dropkick. Kaito with the tag out. And Junpei with the dropkick. Junpei with a power slam. Kick to the spine. And tagging Makoto back in. And just the strategy difference between these two teams. Pretty apparent. Shuichi back up to his feet. Makoto with the reversal. And just forgot what he was going to do. And now heading up top. Diving shoulder tackle. And stomping down on the arm moonsault. Toss to the corner, taking in Junpei. All out attack. And Kaito back into the ring. But Junpei was looking for a, not a pedigree. Well, somersault. No, but whatever that was. Double shoulder tackle. And Makoto trying to pick Kaito back up to his feet, but Kaito with the reversal and a DDT. Toss to the corner, tagging in Shuichi. And tag team attack. Shuichi pushing Makoto down for the cover for the belts. Not even one. Shuichi up top. And Junpei just pushing him off the top rope. Makoto just staying along the outside. I think he realizes that he doesn't have to head back into the ring. And here we go, Irish whip to the corner. Looking to tag out, but Makoto with the reversal scoop, with the scoop slam into the cover. Only going to be one. And now Makoto looking to fly, crossbody. And tagging in Junpei again. Junpei, apron. Trying to get Shuichi back up to his feet. And the Rolling Thunder dropkick again. And again, tagging in Makoto, just keeping themselves fresh. And now Makoto. The Rings of... is that the Rings of Saturn? Kaito breaking it up regardless. Being sent over the top rope. And now Junpei just working on Kaito along the outside while Makoto on the inside. European uppercut from the corner. And now Shuichi with an elbow drop. Junpei sending Kaito back into the ring. And now Junpei, I think he forgot how to get back onto the... Oh, there he is. Okay. Double knees to the chest. Shuichi back up to his feet and both men just completely whiffing. Makoto tags out. And Shuichi just bouncing off of Junpei, just refusing to actually attack. And now the fireman's carry, but no, Shuichi with the reversal and the crossroads. There's the pin. There's two and a rope break. Shuichi, top rope cutter, and the cover. 1, 2. Junpei kicks out. The belts, they might be changing hands soon. Depends on if the momentum remains or if it shifts. And now tagging in Kaito, tag team attack. Not what you want to see if you're the Dark Hour. And now Kaito. Good night. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, Jayromada and Kaiba Mutura Air Boom.
And the Big Bang Theory, yesterday was not a fluke. They can absolutely fight at the top, and they are back where they think that they belong. Now, the question is, will they be facing off against DICE next?
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the Men's Impact Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from the pit of hell, weighing in at 163 pounds, the demon, Gundham and Tanaka.
Introducing first in this triple threat match for the men's cruiserweight belt, Introducing first, he is the Dark Lord of Destruction, Gundham Tanaka. And next, looking to become double champion at the end of this match, he is already your men's Nexus champion, having plenty of time to recover, about 2 hours to recover, just plenty of time. It is Akihiko Sanada.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 173 pounds, the men's mixed NXT champion, Akira Shibata.
And last but certainly not least, he is your men's Cruiserweight champion, Shinjiro Aragaki.
At 161 pounds, the men's Impact Cruiserweight champion, Sergio Eric Army.
And here go all three men ready. And here we go. It's not a normal triple threat match. It is a last man standing triple threat match, which I guess I know that last man standing is its own thing, and you know, you get it. Like, final person still in the match, like, not eliminated, whatever. Anyway, Aki with a sharp elbow looking for a moonsault, but Shinji getting his knees up. And back elbow against the Gundam, elbow to the spine. Toss to the corner, but here comes Akihiko. Headlock uppercut. Now going after Gundam, but Gundam pushing Akihiko down, going to the cover. Only going to be one, but Shinjiro, what does he have? Of course it's a kendo stick. It's always a kendo stick. And now shot to the spine against Gundam. Going for the quick cover. Wanting to make this between the two champions as quickly as possible. Uppercut. And just driving the knee into that kendo stick. And here we go, all three men to the outside. Let the falls count anywhere. That water bottle was just doing something. Anyway, a suplex from Shinji. Gundam avoiding the grapple. And into the barricade. Akihiko picking up Shinjiro picking up Akihiko, just throwing him into the apron. Now Gundam tossing Akihiko aside. Headlock face first into the outside. And the cover, Akihiko watching on. Not even one. Scoop slam. And now Akihiko tossing Gundam back into the ring. Picking up a water bottle, just tossing it aside, realizing that it's empty. And Gundam with a spear to the outside, barely connecting. And now Akihiko giving Shinjiro a taste of his medicine into the apron. There's one. Shinjiro kicks out. Gundam running right into that big boot, and now what is Akihiko thinking here? Face first into the announcer's booth. Gundam throwing a water bottle, that's not going to go anywhere. And now Akihiko setting up Shinjiro on the table, but Shinjiro rolling off. Cover, Gundam just watching on. Shinjiro kicking out at 1. And now Gundam up over neck breaker. Just being tossed aside though, Shinjiro back up to his feet. Picking up Akihiko. Face first. And the cover, Gundam back up to his feet. There's 2, Akihiko kicks out. Honestly, if I'm Gundam, I'm just letting these two beat each other up. I'm staying the hell, I'm staying the hell out of whatever this is. Flying forearm though. I'm letting them take each other out, just whittle themselves down, and then just pick off the other. But I don't know, that's just me. Gundam. Side drop. And Shinjiro just tossing Gundam aside, now going after Akihiko. And the cover. 1, 2, and we will not have a double champion at the end of the night. It'll either be Shinjiro Aragaki or Gundam Tanaka. Akihiko, man, take a bow. That was one hell of a performance. Unfortunately, he just got targeted by Shinjiro. And now Gundam with the kendo stick, forcing Shinji back up to his feet. Walking him to the table. Face first. Can we actually get somebody through a table, please? Demon drop, not quite. And the cover to change champions. There's 1, there's 2, and Gundam does not get the 3. Back inside the ring we go. At least for Gundam. Suicide moonsault. Or a shooting star press, rather. Up. Over. Small package neck breaker. And Gundam scrambling up top. It's pretty obvious that he's the one with the momentum, but Shinjiro turning that around with a reversal. But Gundam stifling that. Back elbows. And the demon drop on top of the kendo stick. 1, 2, 3. And we do indeed have a new champion. However, his name is not Akihiko Sanada. It is Gundam Tanaka. Hey, taking my advice to heart. Just staying out of that staying out of that fight until the very end, and that just, that just gave him all the energy he needed to just waylay on Aki, or not Aki, Shinji. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But man. Your men's Cruiserweight division has a new Dark Lord.
Here is your winner, in the new Men's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, the Demon, Gundham Tanaka.
And that Lord is Gundham Tanaka. And for our main event of the evening.
It is for the Grand Prix Women's Universal Championship.
And here we go. Introducing first. She is the challenger. A2. And her opponent. She is your women's Universal Champion. Looking to avoid what happened on Monday. That is still so stupid. Anyway, it is Lady Morag.
Introducing the challenger from the heart, a throne. And her opponent from the Queen City, the Grand Prix Women's Universal Champion, Morag.
And here we go. Referee showing A2 the belt. And let our main event begin. A2, Morag staring each other down. And here we go. Refereeing the bell in the middle, with Morag immediately beginning with a big boot. Stomping down on the arm. Right hand knife edge chop, taking A2 down, rolling her up into a scorpion clutch, I think that is. And now A2 turning that around to a pin, but Morag instead the one to go for the pin. Now I'm going to be one. And now a bow and arrow backstretch, I think. A2 the tackle. And look for the crossbody, but nobody is home. A2 with a reversal right back, though. And picking up Morag's suplex. And now both of them into the outside. Morag trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. Say the line, Bart, say the line. And a diving double leg drop kick to the outside, forcing A2 back up to her feet. Back into the ring we go. And Morag, the choke, the slaps, the clothesline. And now Morag sending A2 off the top or off the apron. And a diving drop kick. A2 sending Morag into the steel steps. And now towards the entrance. A2 heading up top. Is she seriously considering? No. Okay, good. I was like, that is a far distance to clear, A2. I really don't think you have it. Morag, I don't know why she was just watching on. Now A2 back on the offense, just stretching the spine out. Yokozuna cutter. And the cover. 1, 2. Morag kicks out. And the cover using the ropes. And Morag taking advantage of A2. Or, okay, no, not like that. But taking advantage of A2. Changing her, whatever. But A2 with the Alt F4. Morag kicks out at 2. I was going to say, like, Morag taking advantage of A2 changing her, where her attention was, shifting her attention towards the ropes. Whatever. And now Morag on the offense, running knee to the chest. Toss to the corner, picking A2 up, sitting her on the top rope, avalanche arm drag. And are we looking for a double knee curb stomp, kick to the chest? Double knees, the curb stomp, the cover, 1, 2, A2 kicks out. And now Morag rolling up A2 over the shoulders. Into the cover. 1, 2. Still kicking out. And A2 with the reversible. Here comes Morag. Chicken wing. Delayed. Just showing off at that point, like, seriously. And now A2. The clothesline. Back body drop. And a power slam. Cover. Only gonna be one. Morag pushing out with force. And now Irish whip. Scoop slam. Cover. Or not cover. Picking Morag up. And Morag slipping out to the back. Rear waist lock and now grabbing on the hair. Club to the chest. And now Morag, single arm, just parading A2 around, pushing her down. The cover, 1, 2, 3. And both women really making the other work for that. But in the end, the belt stays put. Don't think there's really much that A2 could have done differently, though. Morag was just locked in. But as we watch the replays and Morag's celebration, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you next week. Next week, Monday for Jayromada, Wednesday night for Wingcrest, and of course Friday night for Eclipse, as we are now on the road to the Royal Rumble. And once that's done, we are officially on the road to Ultimate Fight Night, and yeah. How is it already August? But with that, I would like to also remind you that the statistics on this past week's videos, including tonight's, will determine how much I donate to my towns or cities or communities tornado relief effort as we continue to rebuild. It's certainly going to take a while. Like, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither is small town America. But yeah.
Here is your winner, and still the Grand Prix Women's Universal Champion, Morag.
And I promise that is the last time I will bring it up. I promise. But Morag, hold that belt high. Monday was a fluke. Tonight certainly was not. She is still your champion. But with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you again, as I said before. But until then, we are signing out from Dallas, Texas. See ya.